Hello everyone, welcome to the Q12 playoff number 12 in December, and it is between Steve Rhodes and Steve Lacey. And we've got 40 questions, which hopefully we won't have to get through all of them, and you get 1 point for a correct answer, and it's the first to 12, and you get an incorrect life taken away if you jump in early, and there is 3 lives. Radio, is everyone ready? Born in Rotherham, how do we best know Paul and Barry Elliott?
Steve Rhodes.
Chuckle Brothers.
Yep.
To you.
In the 2005 film The Brothers Grimm, Matt Damon played Wilhelm. Which actor played?
Steve Lacey.
Heath Ledger.
Yep, played Jacob. The Scottish band Gun had a hit with the song Word Up, which was for
Rhodes.
Cameo. Question 8. Released in 1973, the album Cameo was by which singer born Mary O'Brien?
Rhodes.
You know.
You don't lose a point though, the question's
Lacey?
finished.
Dusty Springfield.
Yep, Dusty Springfield. Question 9. Springfield is the state capital of which...
Rhodes.
Massachusetts.
Lose a point as well, I hadn't finished the question.
Lacey.
Illinois.
Question 10. Which basketball team from Illinois is associated with players such as Phil Jackson and Michael Jordan?
Lacey.
Chicago Bulls.
Yep. Question 11. Bull's Blood wine is produced in Eger, a city in which European country?
Lacey.
Hungary.
Yep. Question 12. The original characters of which children's game were called Lizzie, Henry, Homer and Harry?
Lacey.
Hungry Hippos.
Yeah, Hungry Hippos.
We've Scotch yet?
Yeah. We have Steve Rhodes on 2 with 1 live down. Steve Lacey on 6, no lives down.
Can I add that Steve Rhodes and Steve Lacey have played 2 playoffs together over the last 3 Q12s, I think the last 2 Q12s, so it's a real grudge match. Who won them both? Rhodes, eh?
That's it. Question 13. The hippocampus is located in which organ of the human body?
Steve Lacey.
Right.
Yep. Question 15. Set in Liverpool, which Willie Russell play is about a housewife?
Rhodes.
Blood Brothers.
Lose a point. A housewife who takes a holiday to Greece.
I couldn't remember the name last time.
Nothing?
I know it, but I can't remember the name.
Shirley Valentine, yeah. Who was the bassist and main lyricist of Black Sabbath?
Rhodes.
Tony Iommi.
Nope. Don't lose a point though, it's done.
I told you.
A few people have done that. You got it now.
No. He's a butler.
He's a butler. Question 21. In old pennies, which value coin was worth 5 shillings?
Lacey.
Crown.
Yep. What score are we on now? Sorry.
We have 2 with 1 life left for Steve Rhodes and 8 with all 3 lives remaining for Steve Lacey.
Right, question 22. Located in Perth, Scottish kings were crowned at which palace?
Rhodes.
No, it's gone.
Lacey.
Pardon?
Scoon.
You were so close, Rhodes. I was so close. Unlucky, Stevie.
Right, question 23. Cream tea served with scones, jam and clotted cream is a specialty of Cornwall in which neighbouring county?
Lacey.
Devon.
Yep.
How many are on that list of neighbouring counties of Cornwall?
Just so it couldn't be anything else, basically. Question 24. The Devonian period immediately precedes which other period 358 million years ago?
Lacey.
Cambrian.
No. You go for it, Rhodes?
No.
Anyone?
Carboniferous.
Carboniferous. Question 25. What is the atomic number of the element carbon?
Rhodes.
6.
Yep. Question 26. Which King of England reigned for 6 years from 1547 to 1553?
Rhodes.
Edward was 6.
Yep. Question 27. Edward is the real first name of which chief scout, the youngest ever?
Rhodes.
Bear Grylls.
Bear Grylls.
Come on, Rhodesy.
Major is a character in which classic novel?
Lacey.
Catch-22.
Yep.
Lacey, one away.
One away. Right. 31. There are 22 stars on the logo of which American film studio?
Lacey.
Paramount.
Yep.
And that is it. That's the game.
It's the final Q12 2018. I'm going to swear again. Holy shit, snacks. £500 is in this packet. Round 1. Steve Rhodes has got some questions written by Will Jones from Kent. He's got 12 minutes to ask us the questions. Every time somebody gets one correct, they get 2 points. If they interrupt and are wrong, they lose half their points. 8 people will go through to the next round. Good luck. Nobody apart from me. Go. All agree.
Question 1.
Clock start.
In order of appearance on their only song, what group begins Lionel Richie, Stevie Wonder?
USA for Africa?
Yeah. Saves me reading a lot of the stuff out. Roland Green.
Yep.
Question 2. When he became one, he was the youngest grandmaster in the history of both Italy.
Oh, Chris Curtis.
Carlson.
No.
There's an interruption. No. Ashton.
I've got no points. So.
Dave Bill.
Mussolini?
No. So that's 3.
It's okay. There's no loss.
When he became one, he was the youngest grandmaster in the history of both Italy and the United States. Which American drew...
Bobby Fischer.
No.
It's okay. No loss. Mike Lees.
That was it. I was going to say that.
Which American drew 6-all in the 12 classical games of the 2018 World Chess Championship?
Oh
It's Michael Patland.
no. Cavana?
No.
Tony.
Cabanala.
No.
Clive.
Caruana.
Yep, Caruana, yeah.
Yeah, I just got that.
Fabiano Caruana.
That's the third time I've got that.
Go.
Question 3. Harold Kroto, Robert Curl and Richard Smalley discovered a class of large carbon molecules which they...
But with the followings.
Yep.
You all knew it was that. Go.
Right. Named after 2 people, what university located in Virginia founded in 6...
It's Michael Patland.
William and Mary?
Yes.
You can read these as well.
Also, yeah.
Go.
Yep. Originally known as La Disparition, A Void is a work of fiction by authors off limits in this particular...
Brendan.
Is it the letter E?
It is the letter E, very good.
Go.
The law of the Roman Republic decreed that generals who led forces outside Italy had to...
It's Brendan.
The Rubicon?
Yes.
Oh. Go.
The discovery of radio pulsars was recognised...
Tony.
Joyce. No. Bell. Justin Bell.
Yes.
Brunel.
Very good, Jessalyn Bell.
Brunel. Okay.
I know.
Tony, you get 2 points. Go.
He went by the pen name Humphrey Ploughjogger. When he died, his last words included an acknowledgement of his long-time friend and rival. Thomas Jefferson survives, though... Chris? Steve? Sorry. Steve?
Alexander Hamilton.
No, incorrect.
-1 for me.
Michael?
John Adams?
John Adams is correct. Are you right?
Yeah, I think I played safe enough.
Of the 28 states of India, what on...
Fat Marky.
Uttar Pradesh.
That's my answer.
No, it's...
No, yeah. What on is both the smallest in terms of area and the richest in terms of GDP. Dave?
Goa?
Yep.
Oh,
Go.
Filming was supposed to take place after the completion of Titanic for a planned release in 1999, but according to the director, the necessary technology was not yet available. That's
Fat Marky.
Avatar.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why I went for it. Not gambling.
Which former Tottenham midfielder famously lobbed semen from 40
Ashton.
Aston?
Name.
Yep.
Oh,
Nine, yeah.
Blood semen from the
Number 12. The Storm on the Sea of Galilee is a painting by which artist?
That
Might
the
leave.
question now.
Me.
Yeah.
Delacroix.
No, wrong. And it's not,
Chris
it's not
Curtis.
finished.
Isn't it? Oh, he's paused.
Chris Curtis, you're right.
Tintoretto.
No,
Fat Marky.
The last quiz.
no.
Fat Marky losers. He was.
Ashton.
Yeah, thanks for your Mike Lee's Paul, Steve.
I know, yeah. I thought it was finished.
No. Tony.
I was going to say 10 as well. Millie.
No.
Lee.
Jericho.
No.
You can start the clock if you like. This is all lifetime.
Clive.
Rembrandt.
Yes.
There you go.
Good.
Clive.
Clive gets 2 points.
Clock started.
Clock started it.
Reset.
Now, because the islands of Lusayan Archipelago do not border the Caribbean Sea, they are technically part of the West Indies, but not the Caribbean. They are, however, often grouped with Caribbean nations for convenience. Which island nation is made up of islands of the Lusayan Archipelago? Steve Kidd.
Bahamas.
Yes.
Nice.
I'll take my time. Steve Rhodes. There we go. I should be on 3. That's correct.
Film historians now largely consider it to be the first American action film and the first Western with a recognisable form. Which 1903 film made...
Oh, thank goodness for the
Clive.
question.
Train robbery.
Yes.
Wow.
Go.
Associated with cognition, reward learning, memory and numerous psychological processes despite not being a hormone, which neurotransmitter is...
Wow.
Chris
Chris
Curtis.
Curtis.
Dopamine.
No. And the question's not finished.
No penalty. Mike Lees.
Cortisol.
No.
Mike Lees, no penalty. Go on.
Anyone else know?
No, go.
Which hormone, which neurotransmitter is known as the happiness hormone?
It's Lee.
Melatonin.
No.
Brendan.
Serotonin.
Yes.
That's the one.
Brendan in first place.
Wasn't sure, but really.
Just one moment, please.
End of the question.
Because of his refusal to take part in Charles's show trial, honourable battlefield conduct and his active role in the restoration of the monarchy after Cromwell's death, he was exempted from the retribution exacted on many other leaders. Who commanded the new model army during this English civil...
Lee.
Fairfax.
Yes.
The frustration.
It won the Oddest Book Title Prize in 2011. What is the 3-word title of Thai chef Saeed Diwong's award-winning cookbook, where the 3rd word of the title is her nickname rather than a juvenile word for feces?
Poo poo poo.
No.
Brendan.
Cooking with poop.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Good answer.
God. I didn't have time to think about it.
Gymnast Beth Tweddle, neck swimmer Rebecca Adlington, shoulder.
Ashton.
Jump.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Go.
All right.
Yep. Owing to its expansive linguistic experiments, stream of consciousness writing style, literary allusions, free dream associations, and abandonment of narrative conventions, which...
It's Steve Lacey.
Magic realism.
No, I'm not finished there.
No penalty.
Yeah. Abandonment of narrative conventions, which book by Irish author James Joyce?
Ulysses.
No.
Just one moment.
Finnegan's Wake is
Drive. 2 points. Go.
compression of the median nerve that passes through the wrist to supply the thumb.
Chris Curtis.
Taking a pulse.
No, I'm not finished. Steve.
That's -1, I'm afraid. Go.
Dave
Oh, no,
Dave
Dave Bill.
Carpal tunnel.
Carpal tunnel seems running out. Thomas Jeffries was an English cartographer who was the leading map supplier of his day and royal geographer to its British king, who once advised John Harrison to petition
It's Chris Curtis.
William the Fourth.
No.
Tony.
Charles II.
No. Once advised John Harrison to petition Parliament for the full longitude prizes after threatening to appear in person to dress them down. The same king was played on film by Nigel Hall.
Mike Lees.
George Bird.
Yep.
You're in the pointage. Go.
The code name for the landing operations for the largest seaborne invasion in history, the June 9th.
Fat Marky.
Operation Neptune.
Yes, very good.
Time left there.
2 minutes, just over.
The 1958 Peter George novel Red Alert, which concerned the apocalyptic threat.
Steve Lacey.
Strange that.
That's all. Did you?
Yep. First name and last name required. Widely noted for pioneering the marketing of mountain bikes, the Ross bicycle brand was founded in 1946 by which individual whose name is a homophone for a score of 300 par on a golf course? Steve Kidd.
Is the question over now?
Yeah.
It's over, all right.
Double Eagle.
No. Chris Curtis.
Coventry Eagle.
No. Ashton.
Albert Ross.
Albert
Oh,
Ross.
Ross, come on.
So, we're all on. Calm down. Start the clock, please.
Drummer Jerry Allison. Bass.
Tony.
Hello, Mary Lou.
No.
From the Crickets.
Steve
Bassist.
Lacey.
I was going to say the Crickets.
Yeah.
You're in. Right.
Hello, Mary Lou.
Crickets.
Hello, Mary Lou first.
Oh, the Crickets, yeah. When you lost, hello,
So,
Mary
Tony,
I've got
you
that.
lose 0.5 and a reset,
1 minute left.
and
Arguably one of the greatest goals ever at the 1998 FIFA World Cup. Who took
Lee.
Lee?
Dennis Bird.
Yes.
Go.
Where's he going?
Go.
Used in the Hebrew Bible for the city of David.
Chris Curtis.
Bethlehem.
Chris Curtis doesn't lose it.
For the city of David.
Whoa.
Someone else is in there.
Steve Kidd.
Babylon.
No.
I've got to lose 0.375, just give them a minute, stop the clock.
30 seconds left.
My hands have been off after
Go on.
For the city of David and later for the Temple Mount. Its meaning has shifted and it is now used as...
Mike leaves.
It's home with the rock.
No.
You lose 1, Mike. Go.
It is now shifted. It is now used as the name of the ancient Jerusalem's western wall. What name is also the promised land in Ethiopia in the title of Bob Marley's song that begins Iron Lion?
Yeah.
Michael at Batland.
Zion.
Yeah.
Go. Go.
Last question.
Which British newspaper, the favourite newspaper of Steve Bannon? Steve Kidd.
The Daily Mail.
No. Chris Curtis.
Telegraph.
Yeah. No. Sorry. No.
Right. So Steve Kidd.
That's 12 minutes, so this is that's
Yeah.
done.
Oh, just 1 minute. Right. Well, I didn't need to put my score down because I'm out.
Favourite newspaper of Steve...
Mike leaves.
Daily Mail. And
No.
they said any shit.
Newspaper of Steve Bannon and Paul Dacre's Desert Island Discs. Tony?
It's Tony.
Guardian.
Yes.
Really?
Is that putting through?
I just thought it was a daft one.
Paul Dacre's Desert Island Disc luxury item was printed as a broadsheet from 1821 to 2005, a Berliner from 2005 to 2018, and a tabloid since.
Is that what Tony was?
Well, I was going to say Paul Dacre, they said Daily Mail. I was going to say Daily Mail, I thought someone said Daily Mail. So I thought
Dacre was the editor of the Daily Mail, wasn't he?
He was.
going the opposite. He was the editor of Daily Mail. That's what So I just thought
Talking about the same Steve Bannon that did Donald Trump.
you said
Through in first place on 8 points. Brendan Curtis, Clive Dunning, Michael McPartland, and Ashton Davis on 5 points. On 4 points, Dave Bill. On 4 points, Lee Warburton. On 3 points, Matt Laycock. Mark Laycock, there is no playoff. You're in through the final. Give these guys a guide of applause. Last year's winner, I've got to say that last year. To bring us back, no, not to bring these 8 competitors you see on your screens back to earth. We're on round 2, part 2 of the final of Q12 in 2018. Not to put too fine a point at it, Mike Lees, Chris, you were involved in the first round, Tony. It doesn't get any easier. You've got 12 questions. Each question consists of 6 parts. Each part is worth incrementally less than the part before. So if you buzz in the first part, you get 6 points. If you buzz in the second part, you get 5 points. But the risk is, obviously, if you buzz in and you're wrong on the 6th off this part, you lose 6 and 5 points down to 1. The questions are always alive. Chris Curtis and I, the best players ever at quiz, have both been knocked out in the first round, so I'm scoring. Chris Curtis is asking questions which have been written by the Honourable Will Jones. Can we have a little consensus and a little polite round and thank you for Chris in the first round? Because I would say that those first round questions were good for a beginner, but no, they were brilliant. So thank you. They were perfect, and the marker was how close the whole thing was. Chris, you've got 6 questions for us, I believe. For 6 points on question 1. 12 questions even.
Oh my God. Question 1 for 6 points. A president of the United States. For 5 points. A female singer born in Cincinnati in 1922. For 4 points. The communist most populous country in the world. For 3 points. The singer that Tony Bennett is Dave Bill.
These are the first people mentioning We Didn't Start the Fire.
Is correct for 3 points.
I had Dave, Doris Day written down.
Harry Truman, Doris Day, Red China,
3 points.
3 points.
Don't forget, it's the top 4 go through.
Come on, David.
Question 2 for 6 points. The title of a 1940 painting by Edward Hopper. For 5 points. The 3-letter code for a current Formula 1 driver. For 4 points. The nicknames of British electronic music artist Matt Jarvis and German music producer Wolfgang Voigt. For 3 points. The title of the first episode of the BBC drama Casualty. For 2 points. A football team founded as the Black Arabs go by this nickname.
It's Laycock, Matt Laycock.
Bristol City.
Is incorrect.
That's 2 points, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ashton
Pirates.
is incorrect. Clive
Bristol Rovers.
is incorrect. Michael,
The Gasman.
I will accept it. Gas is what I was looking for.
Mike, I've done you some points and I should give you some points in positive. Please check your scores.
So the link is gas.
Gas is the link. Yes.
Jed Gasley.
Question 3 for 6 points. An 8-bit signed integer using 2's complement in the hexadecimal would represent this as FF. For 5 points. In some programming languages, it is used to index the last item of an array. For 4 points. On the quiz show Only Connect, this score change is only possible in the missing vowels round.
Wow.
Is Dave Bill.
-1.
Is correct.
Yeah.
Ooh, how many points? 4
For
points.
4 points, yeah.
Fingers on buzzers now, is it there?
Going for some food, David?
That's me done, thank you.
Question 4 for 6 points. A band with this name supported Bill Hicks on his final UK tour. For 5 points. A variety of one was invented by Michael Faraday in 1824. For 4 points. Some types can be used to stop bleeding in organs such as the stomach or uterus. For 3 points, other types can be used in military defence or transportation. For 2 points, Jacques Charles pioneered the use of hydrogen in them for lift. For 1 point,
It's Laycock.
Balloons.
is correct.
As easy as. Mark, you know what we're going to have to do is stop messing about with your name, because I've got you.
So there's a band called Balloon.
Apparently so.
Bill
Never heard
Hicks.
of a band called Balloon.
Never.
Question 5.
Reset, please.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Question 5. The name of the largest state forest in Massachusetts includes this word. For 5 points. The 1927 film 10 Days That Shook the World refers to this. For 4 points. In Catholic Church tradition, this is the month of the Holy Rosary. For 3 points. In the UK, this is the longest month of the year. An hour...
Matt Laycock.
Laycock is correct. An hour longer than any other due to daylight saving.
Well, how many points, please?
Was 3 points.
Mark Laycock, you look like you're up and downism with this.
Okay, question 6. For 6 points, the Royal Air Force flew the B-29 Superfortress under this name. For 5 points, a man with this surname reached a Grand Slam tennis final in 1996.
Wow.
McPartland is correct.
Lee, you were
For 5 points.
a sixth of a
Washington.
second. You were
Richard Crichton.
5 points.
For 5 points, yeah.
See you later.
Mike. Big five. Love it.
Why don't you two go to the toilet and make love or something?
Question 7. For 6 points.
Reset.
Conversion of this from hex to decimal results in the number 43,962. For 5 points, Petrarchan sonnets typically begin with this rhyming scheme. For 4 points, this word means father in Aramaic. Is Brendan?
Abba.
Is correct.
Oh, where was that question going at the end? 4 points.
For 4 points, yeah.
Can we have a fist bump, please, Graham? You know, get careful about this. Brendan.
Oh, well, that's a bit worrying.
Just 1 minute. I'm going to sort you into order.
Is that question 7 now?
Yeah, we're just about to start question 8.
What price were you, Brendan, to win this? 33, was it?
Aye.
Pretty high. Looking good.
Currently, Dave, Bill and Mike McPartland on 7 points each. Yeah, looking good. Brendan Kirkus and Mark Lecoq looking okay, but definitely no means safe. Lee Warburton and Steve Lacey waiting like jaguars in the deepest Amazonian jungle to pounce. Ashton Davis and Clive Dunning, 2 people who I'd put on joint favouritism. They have to catch up something. Let's see what happens.
Reset, please.
On question number...
Okay, question 8. For 6 points, like several artists, this person's stage name is his middle name. For 5 points, his stage surname is the name of the 15th book of the King James Version of the Bible. For 4 points, a song by this artist has the name of a European capital city. Is Ashton.
George Ezra.
Is correct. For 4 points.
4 points.
4 points, yeah. For 6 points. This title first appeared in the UK on the 12th of March 1951. For 5 points. This title first appeared in the USA on the 12th of March 1951. For 4 points. Both characters are different and were created independently is Clive.
Who's the menace?
Is correct for 4 points.
Clive, that's very useful.
That was close. That was really close.
If I was buzzing in, I would have.
As you can see, Dave Bill, Mark McPan's still safe. Brendan Curtis, Mark Lecoq, 3, 2, 4 and 3. You're in the first 4 places. Still, everybody is within a question of hitting those people at the bottom. So everybody's in it. Question
10. For 6 points, a song by this artist is heavily based upon Pachelbel's canon in D, transposed to the key of C major. Question 5. That song is well known for being played at high school graduations. Question 4. Colleen Ann Fitzpatrick is the real name of the artist, better known by this stage name. Question 3. In another field, this is the name of an organic molecule discovered in 1912 and isolated in 1928. For 2 points, this molecule is also known as ascorbic acid. Lee
Vitamin C.
is correct for 2 points.
The order doesn't change, but it gets tighter. Vitamin C, have you ever heard of vitamin C?
Hey?
Yeah, no?
All together now by the farm.
That's
It said this artist I thought. So I said that was
S Club 7 had one on that as well, didn't they?
Oh, there's loads.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
call it the father of pop music. There's so many songs that are based on Pachelbel.
Wow. 2 to go.
2 to go.
Please.
Good luck, everybody.
Question 11. For 6 points, the patenting of the first lawnmower in 1830 is strongly believed to have been a catalyst for the growth of this sport. For 5 points, the USA Secretary of War from 1925 to 1929 gives his name to a competition in this sport. For 4 points, this sport's name can be translated from French as either hold, receive or take. Question 3. Henry VIII was a big fan of a version.
Matt Laycock, are you going to go through here?
Tennis.
Is correct for 3 points.
I was going to go for it at Davis, the Davis Cup.
Yeah, that's where I was. But
Not taking any
Mark,
chances.
you're on 6, Dave Bill on 7, Mike McPannon on 7, Brent Kitts on 4. Currently, you're all in, but basically a 3-pointer from Ashton, Clive or Lee Warburton, a 3-pointer will put you through. So that, I'll repeat,
Yeah.
Ashton, Clive or Lee Warburton, a 3-pointer or better will put you through. Steve Lacey, you need a 4-pointer to draw level, a 5-pointer. So, Steve, where are you? Hello, behind the camera there. So basically, you need to go in on 6. Well, I'm not your coach. No coaching.
I'm not your coach. I'm just coaching you.
12th and final question.
Oh my God.
Would be handy. For 6 points, he has pledged to increase spending on infrastructure and research, describing his vision for the economy as socialism with an iPad. For 5 points, in 2009, he picked up the mace in the House of Commons and placed it down on an empty bench. For 4 points, he is a vocal opponent of plans to expand Heathrow Airport with a 3rd runway. Is Lee.
Boris Johnson.
Is incorrect, -3. -4.
Unlucky Lee, give him a little round of applause, we know that.
And Steve Lacey
Is that Goldsmith?
is incorrect.
Oh my
-4.
God, I was so sure it was that. Steve Lacey, give him a little round of applause as well, he's definitely out of here.
So, he's a vocal opponent of plans to expand Heathrow Airport with a 3rd runway, as the proposed site lies within his constituency. For 3 points, he attempted to stand for the position of Labour leader following Tony Blair's resignation in 2007. For 2 points, He was deputy leader of the Greater London Council in 1984 and 1985. For 1 point, in 2015 he was appointed Shadow Chancellor.
It is
Mark Laycock. He is correct.
I knew it ages ago.
Before you stand up, fellas, quiet, hush, hush, hush. Wow. I mean, what you can't kind of probably get from the films here is the, well, maybe what some people don't get who are calmer than I am, is the tension in this place. We can see that Dave Bill and Mike McParland were always on 7, but let's face it, you were never thinking, hey, we're on 7, it's safe, were you?
Yeah.
That's
Mark Lecoq, you were on 7 as well. Brendan Curtis, you was in 4 points of these
I
guys.
was on 6.
Mark was on 6 until the last question.
7 points. 2 people I had at 4 to 1 to win this thing today, Ashton Davis and Clive Dunning. Ashton Davis and last year's finalist. Clive, were you in last year's final?
No.
Oh, what happened there? Lee, the Oracle of Warburton, Steve Lacey. Whew, it's a hard world we live in, isn't it? It really is. I thought the questions again from Will Jones were excellent. I thought Steve was a great reader, and I thought the competition was...
Chris was
Ventriloquist.
Anyway, let's have a round of applause for everybody involved with this. The final will be next between Dave Bill, Mike McParland, Brendan Curtis and Mark Laycock. Don't turn that dial. It's the Q12 final 2018. We've got 4 people who have fought their way through to the final over many months, and today over 2 rounds. And only 1 person remains in this final from last year's final, which indicates something about the fuzziness about being able to predict these results on LightSpeed Quiz. Tottenham apparently is doing something which, and all I'm going to say is I'm going to have some fun. I've got £500 in my pocket. This is awesome. Yeah, it would actually be worth about €750 if you want for people like Gary Grant, who should be competing in this on a regular basis. But we've got £500 for the winner. It's going to be basically very simple format. Each question is worth a point if you get it right. If you interrupt and you get it wrong, you lose a life, and you've got 3 lives. It's a standard format as used in 15 to 1 and things like this. It's a very, very good format, a very, very tense format. Mike leaves us back to Dave Bill to win. Dave Bill, Mike McPartland and I had them both down as 4 to 1. Basically, I think you Mark on 8s, you Brendan on 10s, or vice versa, something like that.
No, it's much longer.
It's
because I was going to back you.
It's impossible to pick out. But I am tipping Kiss of Death, Dave Bill.
Thanks, mate.
Kiss of Death for anybody? Have you got one?
No.
No. Questions written by Mr. Will Jones. Last year's, anyway, if it is 1/10 as good as last year's final, you've got a lot to look forward to here. This is As It Happens, Chris Curtis with Will Jones questions, Matt Lecoq, Dave Bill, Michael McPartland and Brendan Curtis. The very, very best. This is sport at its highest level. Good luck.
Good luck, gents.
Who is the artist responsible for the painting that depicts Jean de Danteville and Georges de Selve?
Cockney?
Is incorrect.
Was it an interruption?
Yes. 2 ambassadors, and among other things, a
Fat Marky?
Hans Holbein.
is correct. Used in Formula 1, name both of the 2 body parts referred to by the acronym HANS, H-A-N-S, that the device of this name is designed to protect. McPartland.
Head and neck.
Is correct.
Yeah.
The chemical formula for which compound, the simplest alkyne and the main constituent of natural gas, is CH4.
Dave Bill.
Methane.
Is correct. A logarithm to the base of which mathematical constant, approximately 2.718, is known as a natural logarithm?
McPartland.
Is correct. The Constant Gardener, a 2001 novel by which British author?
McP.
John le Carré.
Is correct.
3 points.
Dan Quayle, the 44th Vice President of the United States from 1989 to 1993, was a US Senator from 1981 to 89 for which US state?
Dave Bill.
Ohio.
Incorrect.
McPartland.
Georgia.
Incorrect.
Pat Markey.
Arizona.
Incorrect.
Come on.
California.
No,
I know it.
Indiana.
Oh no.
Indiana is a US state where the name of the state capital contains a sequence of letters that exactly matches the name of the state. What is the only other US state with this property?
Ah, I'm buzzing.
Okay, well, you've given it.
Sorry, Oklahoma.
Correct.
Should be.
Let's reset.
Thank you, I'm green again.
All on green.
Yeah.
Next question.
In the US version of the board game Monopoly, the least expensive property is Watt Avenue, named after a body of water between Europe and Africa.
McPartland.
Mediterranean.
Is correct. What African country is bordered by Nigeria to the west and north, Chad to the northeast, the Central African Republic to the east, and Equatorial Guinea, Gabon, and the Republic of Congo to the south?
Brendan.
Cameroon.
Is correct. In 1953, what charity was established by Chad Verrar?
Dave Bill.
Samaritans.
Is correct.
The Reverend.
Yeah, a British Anglican priest is the end of that question. In the British soap opera Emmerdale, the character Charity Dingle is played by which actress? End of question.
Dave Bill.
Lucy Ferguson.
Is incorrect.
No penalty.
Patsy Kensit.
Incorrect.
Reset. Oh, Malcolm McPartland.
Is it Jenna Coleman?
No, it's not. Anything? It's Emma Atkins.
Not a big Emmerdale fan, eh, Matt?
I've gone chastity, not charity.
The sum total of her album titles is 65.
Dave Bill.
Adele.
Is correct. What was the name of the world chess champion who defeated IBM's Deep Blue in 1996?
Malcolm
Gary
McPartland.
Kasparov.
Is correct. What small New England village was the location of the 1944 UN Monetary and Financial Conference, which established rules?
Dave Bill.
Barton Oaks.
Is incorrect.
Was that an interruption?
It was, yeah. Which established rules, policies and institutions to regulate the international monetary system, including the IMF and the precursor to the World Bank.
Pat Markey.
No.
Can I have a go? Can everybody have a go?
Yeah, anybody?
Redwoods.
Bretton Woods, yeah.
That's it. Get them off. Now you're sick.
So I'm going to tell you everybody who's watching.
Okay. Doing so in France in 2008, who was the first woman to become finance minister of a G8 economy?
Pat Markey.
Marie Le Pen.
Is not correct.
It's
Who subsequently became in 2011 the first woman to head the IMF?
Michael McPartland.
Legrand.
Incorrect.
Was a finished question?
Yeah, question's finished.
Christine Lagarde.
It's Lagarde.
I always think
you're
it's
going to
Legrand
want
for
to
the
said
Lagarde.
Le Pen, she's the right way, I want you not leave back.
Yeah.
I'll get that right one day.
Happy and way moment, eh? Well,
The obsession of a mysterious, disfigured musical genius living in the...
Pat Markey.
Phantom of the Opera.
Is correct.
Oh, brave press.
Paris, Istanbul and Los Angeles are a very particular set of cities that provide the main settings for what film trilogy starring Liam Neeson as Brian
Fat Marky.
Taken.
is correct.
You have a particular set of skills.
Yes. Located in Brentwood neighbourhood of Los Angeles, on a hilltop above the west side of
Fat Marky.
Hollywood side.
is incorrect. Sepulveda Pass is what museum, containing artworks including Van Gogh's Irises, which in 1987 became the most expensive painting ever sold.
McP.
John Paul Getty Museum?
It is the John Paul Getty Museum.
I've never stopped at the Hollywood side.
Make sure there's a red light on both of them.
Red light.
Steve, what's the score?
Michael has just achieved the halfway point on 6, but he's stuck on 5 for quite a while Mark on 3, Dave on 4 and Brendan on 2 managed to get a few back at him. Basically Michael's in front on 6. The lifeage, Mark Laycock had lost 2 lives. At this stage last year, Tony Walmsley had lost 2 lives. Dave Bill on 1. At this stage last year, he wasn't even in the mix. Same with Michael on 1 life and Brendan. So, favourite at the moment, Michael McPatland. Go.
Of the heptathlon events competed in by Jessica Ennis-Hill, her best event in terms of points is what event? The first in a heptathlon
Wow, Dave Bill and Mike McPatland that far apart. Dave.
The 100 metre hurdles.
is correct. Released in December 1973 as the second single from the Allman Brothers Band's 4th studio album.
Fat Marky.
Jessica.
Incorrect.
So unlucky.
Well, that's his favourite song.
Can we have a huge round of applause for Mark Laycock, our man. Mark,
I don't know exactly what the answer to that
Mark,
question is.
Mark, make yourself useful and point that at your man, will you?
Who was next?
Brendan
Top Gear.
is correct.
Oh, it's all right. And you were the answer.
It's so obvious in retrospect as well, isn't it?
Which folktale, published by the Brothers Grimm in 1812, is based on the story of Rhodopis, recounted by the Greek geographer Strabo around 7 BC, where the title character is a young woman living in unfortunate circumstances that are suddenly changed to remarkable fortune.
Have a go. Michael McPatland.
Cinderella?
Is correct.
Yeah.
A very nice point in the situation.
First colonised by Mycenaean Greeks, it has a coastline longer than any other mainland Italian region. Its southernmost portion, known as the Salento Peninsula,
Brendan.
Sicily.
is incorrect.
Oh, Brendan, that is unlucky.
Forms a taco, or heel, in the boot of Italy. What Italian region is this with its capital at Bari?
Michael McPatland.
Calabria?
Nope. Incorrect.
Apulia.
It's Apulia or Puglia. The role he played was noted as a heel European wrestler, and he often went by the nicknames The Man You Love to Hate, Rugged South London Tough Guy, and the Dulwich Destroyer. Famous for his black trunks, cropped black hair, and his catchphrase, not the ears, not the ears.
Brendan.
Mick McManus.
It is Mick McManus.
Michael, you were
Mick McPete to a wrestling question.
200 for the question.
Wrestling question.
I think I might go.
Victoria Cloud.
It's not WWE, is it?
Let's go.
Dulwich College was founded in 1619 by which Elizabethan actor?
Dave Bill.
David Garrick?
Nope.
Mike McPatland.
Babbage?
Nope.
I'm trying to think of his name. I can't. Armin? Robert Armin?
Edward Allen.
He was mentioned earlier today, wasn't he? Next one, sorry.
On the 4th of December 1619, 38 colonists from England disembarked in Berkeley Hundred, Virginia, and gave gratitude to God. This is considered by some to be the first example of what event in the Americas?
McPatland.
Thanksgiving?
Is correct.
Gotta be right. Wow. 8 points, 2/3 of the way there.
Discovered in Berkeley, California, which synthetic chemical element is named after a person whose discovery and investigation of 10 transuranic elements earned him a share of the 1951 Nobel Prize in Chemistry?
Dave Bill.
Like Seaborgian.
Yep, Glenn Theodore Seaborg. Located in the giant forest of Sequoia National Park in Tulare County, California, what is the name of the tree that is by volume the largest known single living stem tree on Earth?
Dave Bill.
General Sherman.
Is correct.
Yes.
The Serengeti National Park is in what African country?
Michael McPartland.
Tanzania.
Is correct.
Useful point. You're at the 3/4 mark. 9 points. Dave Bill's on 7. Brendan's on 4.
Tanzania is a clipped compound of the names of 2 states that unify to create the country, namely Tanganyika and which archipelago?
Michael McPartland.
Zanzibar.
Is correct.
Just waiting for which way you're going to go.
A catalyst for hydrogenation in organic synthesis. Adam's catalyst is an oxide of which element? Atomic number 78 with the symbol PT.
Dave Bill.
Platinum.
Correct.
8 points.
For the Love of God is a platinum cast of an 18th century human skull.
Dave Bill.
Damien Hirst.
Is correct.
9 points.
Diamonds by Rihanna from her album Unapologetic had a video filmed in what desert in Lancaster, California?
It's Dave Bill.
Painted Desert.
Incorrect.
Mike McPartland.
Mojave.
Is correct.
Mike McPartland is 1 question away from £500. Dave Bill is 3 away. Brendan, got some catching up to do. Good luck, everybody.
Located in Williamson Park, Lancaster, which memorial to James Williamson's second wife Jessie dominates the city's skyline? Anybody?
No.
Mr. Davis? It's the Ashton Memorial.
Hey, you see it every time you drive up the M6, don't you? On the left-hand side. When you're driving up.
James Cracknell won in the Coxless Fours at Sydney in 2000 and Athens in 2004. He partnered Steve Redgrave and Tim Foster for the first of those wins and Steve Williams and Ed Coode for the second. Which other rower was present in both boats?
Brendan.
Matthew Pinsent.
Is correct.
Dave Bill, were you on Matthew Pinsent?
Lost track of it. Yeah.
Did you press, Michael?
No, I didn't press. I just lost track of who was rowing with me.
Yeah.
Representing the spring in a Four Seasons pizza, what vegetable is a variety of a species of thistle cultivated as a food?
It's Brendan.
Spinach.
Is incorrect. No.
Dave Bill.
Artichoke.
Is correct. Close bosom friend of the maturing sun is the second line of whose poem that begins season of mists and mellow fruitfulness?
Brendan.
Keats.
Is correct.
Michael McPartland was second.
You know that from Bridget Jones's Diary.
I wouldn't have admitted to that.
What was the regnal number of the monarch of the House of Bourbon who reigned as King of France and Navarre from 1643 until his death in 1715?
Brendan.
14.
Is correct.
Oh, Brendan is now 7.
The Blue House is the executive office.
Michael McPartland.
South Korean president.
Is correct.
Everybody watching will be overjoyed that I have got £4 off some money off Mike Lee. No, another incredible quiz, totally out of the park when you cannot predict what's happening here. I hope that the 3 contestants realise that they're put in a place where sometimes somebody shines a light somewhere for you and you follow that light and you get there. I don't think there's been basically there's any more than 12 people who, well, bar me, could have won this quiz and thoroughly deserved it. A fantastic final. Thanks for the questions, Will Jones. Thanks for asking questions, Steve Rhodes and Chris, and everybody else who would have done all that stuff and chipping in. That's the end of Q12 for 2018. When I watch it later on, and I've edited all the films, I'll watch this again and again and thoroughly enjoy. This is sport at the highest level. If you wish to compete in quizzes, put behind you all those kind of dissonances which people have about quiz being a great thing to do and a great thing to practice at and a great thing to be good at. It's wonderful, and these people have shown that today in spades. So here's the last thing to do. Michael McPartland, will you take, sorry, Mike Lee, will you take £500 to Michael McPartland? In the meantime, if Brendan moves out of the way, I will give you the end bit of a magnificent triple, the Q12 trophy for 2018. What a great guy, what a great quizzer, what a great result.